what's up, Marty? You're the first on today. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Working a chunk of coastal, if you can't tell. The rock that's infinitely better than Flint Ridge, but I am biased. Evening. Got one more box. All right. You should, Marty. You should. I haven't put them in the mail yet. I have shipped all my points officially that I hadn't got out yet. So all the points that anybody's been looking for, they've definitely been shipped as of today. Post office got them. But as for the boxes, I'm still weeding through my pile. So maybe a little while, but keep asking me and I'll keep you updated. Shouldn't take longer than a few days, if I can get on it. Already have your first box ready, Marty. I gotta go make the next one. And anyways, cool beans. Hit the like button, good people. Haha. Oh, you said you got 3. Oh, you got 1 box. Okay, I shipped both of those boxes together. I bet you it was just one of those compartmentalized things, so the other box should come soon. And then the other 2 that you bought, I haven't shipped yet, so you should get another one. If you didn't see the little like somewhat not really finished bowl and bevel in there, then that box hasn't come yet. Or that box hasn't arrived yet. I shipped it last week. Like early last week. But no need to fear. You know, these holiday shipping doolollies are crazy. You never know when things will arrive or ship or what have you. But I'll keep you updated on my end for sure. I am making an arrowhead. Good question. Out of a rock. Out of a rock. Can you believe it? That was a good flake. Brennan, what's up? Pretty? You make a, no, I cannot. Kind of rock. This is Gulf Coast material, like the name. Coastal Plains shirt. From the Coastal Plains region. All right, right, I gotta take this glove off. Get the feeling a little better. It tastes like. You like more spear airhead making? A little bit of both. I generally prefer the longer ones, which most that I make are just blades, or a type of blade. Generally used for, you know, cutting as a knife. But certainly there are times where I'll make arrowheads, which is typically what we call them. But did they have a bow and arrow? Well, that's another discussion. You can call them darts, bird points, broadheads. I guess whatever your heart desires. Anyways, this is just some pretty Coastal Plains shirt. I heated up the other day. Figured, why not work it? See if I can't get something from it. It's just a normal old piece, but it does have some color. A little bit of color. Which most coastal, when it's heated up, will gain some color if it's not just your normal clear blue white stuff. Now that was pretty rough. Yeah, this area is really rough in through here. That was a brutal strike that did not want to be taken. I could kind of feel the shock in it. I'm like, oh yeah, that wasn't good. So no need to get this one thin, or like uber thin. This is one of those, you know, do what you can, get it symmetrical, and, you know, pray you can keep it wide. Colton's here. What's up, dude? Welcome, welcome. Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you. Good to see you 2 nights in a row. That's a record. Unfortunately, I have to catch all this from one side, which makes this a jillion times harder, but we caught it pretty good there. Can we match it? I probably should have used that other platform. This one's pretty blah. I'm unenthused. Oh, I was hoping that'd push better. All right, so we will actually have to use the platform we just utterly crushed. How fun, yay. We caught a little bit. That'll be enough to suffice for now. You're gonna try to hop on in more on 5 minutes to Leviticus. All right. Hey, push through Leviticus. We aren't under that law anymore, but it does show you a lot about who God is and what he required and how we Can't live up to it perfectly. How we need a savior. Keep pushing through, bro. And eventually you'll come back to Leviticus and read it with fresh eyes, and you'll see, oh, that, you know, I'm kind of understanding why why it was done that way. And oh, okay, I now see the New Testament implications of that. You know, it'll take some time. The first read's usually a little tough. Not because English is tough, but because a lot of the ancient practices were difficult to understand until, well, they were actually put into practice. But then again, they're 3,500, 4,000 years old. So a massive cultural difference too. But good news, good news. Some Bama coastal. Oh yeah, it is Bama. What in the wide, wide world of flint napping do we have here? Some guy named Alan Cole just joined the chat. Anybody know if he's a bot or not? Anybody know if he's legit? You gotta let me know these things. Is he one? Mr. Turtle. Gold sounds like a bit. Oh, see, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm joking. Alan will have to prove himself. He's scooting away. Just don't know how these bots are getting so good, you know? He traveled the whole wide, wide world, and yet he found me. How interesting. What's up, guys? Wasn't too impressed. I'm putting a lot of faith into a strike that likely won't even work. Likely break the piece. Oh man, it didn't though. Alright, I guess we'll take that one. Will we take that one? Yeah, we're gonna take that one. All day long we take those. Now I want to do the same over here, and might be biting more off than I can chew, but ooh, that looks good. Bite more off than I can chew, and then I chew it. If y'all know the meme, you'll Sam's here, what's up? How was the convention? Oh, did he have a convention? It takes a little while to learn. I've been at it for about 5 or 6 years. That was a good flake. On the crustier side. Oh yeah. Like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Let me flake that off really quickly. Alright, found my pad pretty quick tonight. Oh, found my... Well, this may end up being a pretty good evening if I'm finding them this quick. Alright, that just relieves some of the pressure off of this rascal. Alright, now we got a goodly little platform, a little wide for my liking, but did all right, I'd say. That's looking sweet, guys. That is looking good. Put to good use, made a bunch of bird points already, really. All right, sweet. So you got both of your boxes. Marty only got one of his so far. Apply for another hour. We got to get you on scale. Hey, well, is what it is. Is what it is. How's everyone doing this evening? Doing well. Doing well. Yeah, this is... turning out very well. Apart from a couple things at the base that I know I need to fix. And that don't look perfect right now. Need some work. I'm just hoping I can do what I want to do without breaking everything, you know? Okay, and that did pretty awful, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it, hopefully. Let's see about it. Bevel this side back a little bit because I want to shoot a couple flakes off of here. Who doesn't love some good coastal? With all the little sea creatures in it, it makes it want to break every time. You gotta love it. You got to. Alrighty then. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Need to flake a little bit in. There we go. Took a little extra effort. The problem is we got a little fossil inclusion there, and I didn't want to ruin it. So I had to be extra careful. Oh yeah. Cascaded right over the middle. That's about what we're looking for there. It's raining outside. It's a nice little evening. Got my dog laying down over yonder. And hopefully I can finish this old point today. Now coastal, I like to keep a little thicker than the other point materials, or the other materials that I use. A couple of reasons for that, but the dominant reason is the fact that you will be very hard pressed to get it ultra thin without having some kind of variation. Now, what I mean by that, boy, that was a good gouge out there at the tip. That's how thin we want it. Is number one, you've got super heated stuff here and a little bit drier stuff here. So it's not consistent for one. Number two, there's a whole druzy pocket in the middle of this thing. So if you just go getting it thin and thin and thin and thin, you're gonna run into stuff like that. You'll run into this little hole and these little trickles of holes, this little hole, this little hole. The variation between the colors, there'll be all these little tricky little areas. It's just a very difficult process to get thin unless it's very consistent, like some of the strawberry fleck. At least it's what I call it. But also just the way that the stone releases isn't like coral. It feels more dense. It releases a more dense flake even than, it may look like Keokuk, but it flakes, well, like coastal. There's no real good comparison to what this flakes to. It's just, it's gonna be stronger generally than coral, but when you heat it up, it loses, like there's almost a little parabola where it becomes more fragile than coral because of all the little inclusions. It's a beautiful material. Can give you some real heartache whenever it doesn't come to pass what you're trying to make. Or when what you make doesn't come to pass. Let me use proper English here. But the tip is keep it a little thicker than you typically would think, or I would typically think. It may be normal for others. I don't say that as a, it's one of the things you got to know. I did a little series a while back. This was a few years ago on tips to flint knapping. I don't remember if it was the first tip or not, but what I know is that on that list, I said, you got to know your material. Every material is different. It's gonna function different. It's gonna act different. It's gonna take different boppers oftentimes. And this is probably really bad, but did okay. There's another little hole there, unexpected, but again, that's the thickness I'm going for coastal points. It's just, to go thinner, you're really pushing your luck. I mean, really pushing your luck. But if there's one thing I do on this channel, it's push my luck. But only if I have good reason to. Some of the times it works out. Other times it does not at all. And I wish I didn't. But then again, they're kind of wondering, should I have gone thinner? It would eat me alive. And so whatever I do, I just stay confident, knowing that if it breaks, it breaks. If it stays together, awesome. And even if the worst outcome happens, at least I learned something, right? At least I know what I could do better in the future. And maybe it could be not doing anything better in the future. Maybe it was just a bad stone. But anyways, we got a nice preform now. Shaping up really nicely. This is again just your Alabama Coastal. Alabama Coastal. Coastal can be found in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, but Alabama has the best colors by far. That's not my opinion. That's just a fact. There's so much variety. See, here I go trying to make it ultra thin. And now I got to clean up a mistake of mine. The cleanup of the mistake might actually do me really well. But yeah, the most colorful stuff is going to be Alabama for sure. Perfect. And this stuff is very prevalent, but it's prevalent under the earth. And it can be hard to find natural outcrops. There are a couple me and Colton know of, but Colton and I are going to keep our mouth shut. That's right. That's what we're going to do, right, Colton? We're going to keep our mouth shut. There we go. Rolled over it. All right, we're back in business. All right. Yeah, beautiful looking piece. Now, where to go next? First, I could clean up the symmetry a little bit more. Symmetry isn't bad off on this one at all. It's just about perfect. I would want to angle this over. A tad, and that's where you start to get problems, like with that little fossil there that will likely break. Oh, Corbin's back. What's up, Corbin? Dude, thank you, man. I was thinking last night, I'm like, I kind of felt bad. I didn't know you're 12, man. I had no idea. But I got my Mountain Dew tonight, so we're rocking and rolling. We're rocking and a rolling. A rocking and a rolling. What to do next? What to do next? I'm kind of curious about this. Yeah, I knew we could get a little something from that. Might not be a lot, but a little something. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is where pressure flaking comes in. I think we already got a really good shape. And the preform looks good. It's not going to be translucent. And so this is where we get, not the copper, because the copper is going to not be our friend, but we get this little steel pressure flaker, which is basically a common household nail. Thanks, Azareth. I just saw your little donation too. Thank you, man. Well, I shouldn't say little. Every bit is a lot. Thanks, man. Oh, and I got your message last night, but it was so late I just didn't respond about a Discord. It's a good idea. All right. I think the way that I'm going to start is just by striking the areas that need to be struck. Whether it's low, strike it low. If it's high, strike it high. Okay. All right, now the top part was more of that heated, easier to flake coastal. So I'll be curious to see how it reacts as we move down to this lesser quality part. Did pretty good. Not gonna lie, this side's doing really well. You don't need to strike the high ones, just the low ones. Again, those are pretty high. Not gonna address those yet. All right, and so we go down the piece, and now we do the same thing on the other side. And so where this is fairly jagged, now we fixed one side, now we just gotta shoot across the other. All right. Start on the very back. And actually with this one, I may even take a flake like that. Help myself out a little bit. Okay. Again, just striking the lower areas. Trying not to hinge. Luckily, I was able to catch my hinge there. Can be easier to hinge because I didn't really abrade this side. So you need to be careful not pushing in when you need to just pull down, and not pulling down where you want to push in. Make sure you have the convexity if you're going to do anything. Up here it's rather steep. I can't really push in, so I'm just pulling down essentially. And actually the tip itself is a little low. So now we have a straight edge, okay? Straight edge. Whereas this one is jagged. This one is straight. All right. Now the only issue, now it's still going to be more jagged on this side, but we look at it from this side first. Is it straight? And then we look at it on this side. Is it straight? So we're looking at it from the top, but first we look at it from the side, because we do the top first, and then when we press the side, it'll look just like this again. So you'll want to do the side first. Now I'm going to resharpen my bit so I don't drop it. All right, get it nice and sharp. And now we do the other side. And this is what I'm really worried about. There's a fossil that goes both sides. I'm honestly expecting it to break. It's very weak. Yeah, it's definitely gonna break now that I look at it. So just something I need to keep in mind. And also, you know, before I do that, go ahead and get all the bopping that you want to do out of the way. I saw one or two. Of course, I'm always seeing places I want to bop. All right, let's start back here. Okay, start here. That one smacked me in the forehead. And so we're making this side as clean as this side. And luckily, pretty much everything on this bottom face is low. Lower than the center line of the whole piece. So I'll be taking a little bit more chunks out of my flakes here than on the other side, because I need to raise it up. So in other words, I'm raising this up, but this side is kind of low. So I'm gonna go down the line, pushing this whole edge up. And by taking the flakes, it's also making it sharper, which is what we're going for, obviously. Little micro serrations. That one I really needed a good bite on. But you can see how this is wiggly here. And all over here we got it straight. All right, now I know this part's gonna break. Yeah, that's just the nature of these little things here. They give you headaches, I tell you. So I'm actually gonna start from the tip, or at least from here. Because the tip is pretty high. Actually, right there is good enough. Okay, it's holding by the hair of its chinny chin chin right there. But we'll see how the other side does and performs. Okay. Maybe sharpen it up just a hair. Then do the other side. And this is where I think that's gonna break. Luckily, the tip itself is fairly thin. Ooh, how did that not break? I'm getting incredibly lucky here. I do really mean that. It's what happens with that area there is kind of out of my concern. It just depends on the piece itself. But now after we finish this, come to more of the fun part. For some, not always for me. You'll see why. All right. Got the edge looking crispy on both sides. We got to do the top side. I tell you what, we'll get to that. But before I do that, I'm gonna make me a clay point, I think. And I need to do some show enough thinning. If I'm gonna get it there. Because this area here is low. Low. In fact, this is a rarity. But I may pull it out here. Let me see. That's not. Oh, right here. That was the last time you saw. Oh bear with me here. We're still rocking and rolling. All right. When's the last time you've seen me use this pressure flaker here? This issue stick. Put it under my leg. And I essentially just, whoopsie daisies, hold on. There we go, that's better. This could be really bad or really good. It has been a minute since I've used this. Still really low. Now the thing about this copper is it really wants a nice braided edge. So I better give it what it wants, or it will not be kind to me. It'll say, Jake, it's not what I was looking for. This could be bad here. Oh, it didn't press all of it off. Crud. All right, let me go back to my pressure flaker. We'll catch it eventually. I was hoping to get an early start, you know. It's not even a big deal. It's not even really a hinge. Ha! I caught half of it. That's what a good sharp pressure flaker will do for you. Just getting this evened out is all I'm doing. That one flew up in the air. So we're looking pretty good, looking pretty solid. I can't complain. I think I want to do one more round of just straight up pressing in. And I'm using my pressure flaker this time. Can't pry it out of my hands this go around. There we are. That's what we needed. Okay, come on, Jake. You can do it here. Yes, that's it. That caught the corner. See, I knew we'd have a chance to catch it. The real question is, can we get all of it? And the answer is yes. We just blew it off. No more problems there. Sweet. All right, this is looking pretty killer, guys. Not gonna lie. This is coming out really good. Really good. What to do. No reason for a carp. Might as well just make it old clay. Got a big old wide base, bell-shaped base, celt-looking base. Yeah, why would I do anything other than a clay in hopes to break it? Because that'll likely be what happens. I know this material so well. At least everything's like organized. Like I know what's going on here. All right, let's get this thing sharpened up a tad, shall we? With our file. Yes, sir. Get it going this way. The good news is this is heated material. That helps our cause. It's done well for us so far. That helps our cause. But it's coastal plains chert, which just simply does not help our cause. Now this side's gonna be thicker, so let me figure out that first. Yeah, some things you just need to tackle first. And in this case, it's this area here. So right smack right there is where I'm gonna go. Is what I'm thinking. Something there. Does that look right? A little further over than I need, so I'm gonna go back a little. Let's start there. That's a little closer. Always good to check it on both sides, make sure everything's in alignment. Because boy, I got that pretty far right there. Which means I need to draw this over a little further. All right, I think I can fix my way out of that. Clays do typically have a wider area, certainly on the inside, which you'll see later. But see if we can't get something going over here. Something going over here. All right, let me resharpen. Actually, I need to take my Allen wrench, extend this out a little ways. And yes, I am expecting this to break. I'm not kidding when I say that. I do expect it to break. That's just how the stone is, guys. So I'm expecting probably like a pickwick out of it, but that just means that if we do make a clay, it'll be a dandy. Coastal it just doesn't hold up good. It just doesn't. That's just how it is. And it's frustrating, but you know, you live with what you got. That did pretty all right. Problem is we're coming up on this hinge, which does not look all right. The question is, should I plow it out right now or plow it out later? I may gouge out the left side first, if anything, like that. And that lowers that area. And what I'm thinking about, I'm gonna gouge it out next time. I'm just gonna raise this up. I'm not gonna, no. Just gonna raise it up. Keep my convexity there for the next go around, but I am going to strike here first. Yep. Gouge that out really well. Strike the other side. And this side's doing great. Just great. Now the real question again is going to be, what happens when I take this flake that I'm about to strike? What happens? All right, I'm going to take the side area first. And by taking this area, see how it's notched on the right side? So it was a square, but I took a notch on the right side. That raises this up to lower this edge even further, so that if I can get on top of it, now I think I can press that out. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can we press the rest of it out? Oh man, that's perfect. Wow. So we got through the toughest area there. That's good news. If you know anything about coastal, good news can turn into bad in 2 seconds. 2. So best to keep your expectations low, which is just a good thing to keep in mind in general in life. I don't know why that sounded so somber. But with coastal, yeah. You gotta manage your expectations, because it can be brutal some days. You'll get to this step and then, oh, it's ruined. It's just how it bees. That's how it bees. Again, these kind of come up, widen out a little bit. But the widening out kind of helps me as I shoot some of the next flakes. That one caught me a little bit. Here we go. All right. You just need to pull down. Yeah. Nothing fancy on that side. And for a clay, the larger the notch, usually the cooler it looks. You want to fill out the point. You don't want it to be just kind of a little, I put a little notch in there. You want it to be, doggone it, I put me a notch in there. I mean, you want it to stand out. I don't know if that makes sense, but maybe it does a little bit. All right. Perfect little gouge out in there. So now we roll back over. Right here. That was a good gouge out there. We match it here, hopefully. Oh yeah, that was good. And see what I talk about, little unexpected things? Look at that little hole, that vacancy. It's stuff like that that can ruin a day real quick. I'm talking 2 seconds quick. Just make you question life. It's like losing a big fish, like the fish of your dreams. And then, you know, your line breaks at the boat. Like that's how it feels. Whew, a lot of pressure to pop that out. All right, I'm about done with the notch. On this side, at least. All right, let's hope this last one takes. Yeah. All right, I think we got that notch done. Thank goodness. Right where that big old fat fossil is, looky there. Whew, that may not show up on camera, but goodness. All right. Now we gotta do the same thing over here. Whew. By the way, if this clay holds together and it becomes what I hope it will, my apologies, but I plan to keep it. But if it breaks and I make a Pickwick or a Savannah or Harden out of it, then I will sell it. So maybe you guys should hope that it breaks. I don't know. Very likely will when all this happens. Like I said, I'm expecting it to break. This just, especially this being the coarser, rougher side. Oof, this could be bad. Could be very bad. Yeah, I didn't leave as much on that face, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to give it a little space. Okay. Got you into flint knapping? New fan? Oh, thanks. Goodness, my lures only seem to attract small fish. I just brought in, where's it at? I just brought in 2 bags in that bucket worth of my dad's worms for bass fishing. And yeah, who would have thought? He's got his own little store basically in there, so. Thanks, Dad, if you're watching. I mostly bass fish. That's what's the most fun for me. Typically catch and release. Might get some of y'all fired up, but anyways. It be what it bees. Okay. My only issue here is I'm hoping that this ear looks as wide as the other one when I'm done. It's my only concern right now. What I need to be concerned is this notch. Uh-oh. About to stall out if I'm not careful. Come on now. All right, need to sharpen up my flaker. Back in here and just pull down. That was exactly what I needed there. And not exactly what I needed on that face, but I guess it'll work. As long as we got some room. Alright, let's see what we get here. Now I can do my double notching. Ooh, there's another fossil there. Crud. Of course there would be. Okay. No. That's better. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay. Whew. That's a relief. That could have been terrible. Raise that up best I can. Be good to go ahead and sharpen again. Excuse me, flip it over. No. And that was okay. Come on, Jake. You gotta catch that. Ah, that's no good. Okay, we caught a little of it. We needed to catch the whole thing, but we didn't. In that case, I need to really gouge this out here to make sure I'm on the right page. No! Okay, finally. Oh, that was terrible. No, all right, we're getting to be stuck here. Let me take my jacket off. This is where it gets brutal. This is where I gotta sharpen more often. And just, oh yeah, this is gonna be bad if I can't get past this. Oof, this is really bad. Oh, I caught it, thank goodness. Put a seam in it while I did it, but who cares? I caught it. There's no way I'm catching the other side. Oof. That puts this flake that I'm about to do in such a terrible position because it's banking on only this one. I mean, if this one fails, it's done, essentially. And it's one of those critical ones. So this, oh yeah, this is bad. Can this do it here? Because it's this rough side that's causing the hold up. Come on now. Pulling out all the tricks in the book here. All right, I think that alleviated a lot of it. I just got to capitalize. It's about time. Yeah, if I don't catch it here, I'm toast. I'm absolutely toast. So, time to sharpen again. Whew. Meticulous work here. This is critical. I have to get this here. Oh my goodness, yes. It was that strike right there. Can you see it? It was this one. This one right there. That right there. That gouge out right there. That's, man, I needed that bad. That cleared it all out for me. It's crazy how those one hits can just... Now, I still got a high riser to catch, which is not fun. It's actually the worst thing to have to catch. I might can just pull the hinge off. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. See if I can attack the hinge. Caught a little bit of it. Oof. Again, we're in a tough position because that is such a high area to have to attack. So I'm gonna have to lower this pretty drastically. Yeah, we're in another tough spot, looks like. All right, another braiding or another filing session. If this was coral, I'd be done in 2 seconds again, but this is not coral. Boy, howdy. Okay, let's go here first. No. Come on. No. That's not good. No bueno. This has to work here, or else I'm done. It kind of worked. Not really though. Not really. Oof, this is tough here. Uh-oh. That helped. Oh, that helped a little bit. Can we sustain it though? Can we help out that one area? Can we do it? Let's hope for the best. It's not really what you want to see. It divided right where the color transition is. Just generally not a good sign. The other side's flaking well though now. It's a good sign. Better than good. It's fantastic. This is going to be bad. There's no way to catch it either. It's just there. Man. Kind of preemptively do my flaking here. Let me see. Usually I widen the knot towards the end, but sometimes there are moments I have to do it early so that I can actually catch something. This is so bad. No. Just ruining my tip more. All right. Got a bank on the other side to carry us now. If it doesn't, we are toast. Wasn't great. Oh no, this could be terrible. Now I gotta hope for this side to carry us because it's all I got right now. That was a good flake. Hey, this is stressful, guys. I mean, we're nearly there, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think this flake will take. And when it takes, it's gonna run into this hole. So I just can't win. This is the critical, the pivotal flake that I have to take, but it's gonna, I'm afraid it's gonna break the whole piece. That's what I'm thinking. About to find out. No way. That wasn't perfect, but boy, it's better than what it was. Uh-oh. For the first time in this notch, we're almost to be running on all cylinders, which is bad to say finally towards the end. Because you wish it would have been like that the whole way. Still needs to go further though. Let me not stop now. I about did. I was in the mood to, but I need to go a tad further. All right, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna sharpen it again. Care too much about it to not give myself the best shot. There we are. Deep breaths. I don't know how we did that, but we did it. Goodness gracious. Don't ask me how I did it. I just did it. It was hard. No idea where I learned that from, but anyways, y'all probably do. Oh man, is that not something that dreams are made of? Oh man. Let me get this thing round together. Doggies. Don't let the door. Oh, is somebody leaving? Ooh. I have stared at this piece of coastal for a long while. A long while. Could just bring it there and that would solve my issues, right? Yeah, I need to stop playing Bob the Builder here and just do it right. Two points though. Oh man, you lost a couple points, Marty. Every point gets you closer to the next one. Don't worry about it. There we are, that looks better. Oh yeah, way better. Okay. Now I gotta do the edge and hope that this holds up. So, bring out the old file again. Hope for the absolute best. This coastal is so prone, so prone to fracturing. I'm scared. Especially concerning the other side of it. do it. This side is asking for a little draw in, which is not great. But we might have to anyways for sake of the other side, so it's not end of the world. Oh, I got close. Ooh. Let me tell you something, that was scary. It's the first of 3 passes complete. First of 3 passes. Oh boy. Sharpen again. A little bit of Mountain Dew. All right, back to it. All right, do the same thing. This side is flatter. This side is a little more convex, so we flake down first so that this side looks flatter and this side looks more convex. That's how we're doing it here. Oh, but this is so scary. Especially because the flakes want to go the other way. Hold up. I gotta take those off first. Ooh, that could have been bad. This still can be very bad. Okay. I'll play nice. I'm sorry. Again, the real key is what happens up here towards this fracture. That's my main concern. I'm gonna have to tidy that up on the other side. That won't be a problem. Just an itty bitty little fixable symmetry issue. Yeah, ooh, that gouged out. Stay there, please. No way that worked. We still gotta do the other side and fix symmetry, but no way that worked. Symmetry actually looks pretty doggone decent. This needs to be brought over out here. Oh, the whole thing really good. All right, I'm gonna start on this face. It needed a little more rounding. Just a little. Make it look a little bit more like a B2. That looks more like a B2. Ooh, that's a harsh transition there, goodness. All right, I need to sharpen this. This is where it gets pivotal here. Oh, goodness. This is where it gets bad. Oh, boy. Oh boy, that's close. I think we managed to save it though. So a little more on this face and we'll be done. Hard part's over, fellas. Hard part's done. We sure enough did it. This could be a candidate for one of my best points ever. It's not out of the question. I've made some pretty cool blades, but like, in regards to what I really care about, this coastal plains. This isn't just a stud, this is an absolute monster. This is a beast of a point. Goodness gracious. Symmetry looks fantastic. Do I want to put the loop-de-loop in it? Part of me does and a part of me doesn't. At the very least, let me clean up the edges. That is just crazy. Oh man. I mean, look at that joker. Boy, howdy. All I'm asking myself right now is, how do I want my proportions? Trying to look, folks. I'm kind of an advocate for keeping it as is, keeping the base locked together. And I'll show you what I mean here in 2 seconds. All right, where's my book at? Here we go. Y'all have waited this long. CLA. Often these are bad examples, but sometimes they have rounded bases, other times they're incurvate a little bit. I've made both. Some have a wide delta wing, others have a huge notch. Okay, look more like a Seminole than anything. Some have like a stem. Others are more like corner notches. They really do come in a wide variety. This one doesn't have like the main mammer jammer in it, I don't think. Usually they have it on this one. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's one right there. A big fat clay. Slightly incurvate, but the way that this one is, if I flatten the base out, it kind of loses some character. So I'm gonna leave it as is. Yeah, definitely. All right, inside the notches look pretty good. Nothing too wild or fancy. That little area is not amazing, but it's okay. And we kept this area intact. Man, what a beast. What an absolute beast. I'll be looking at that one for a while. Sorry, I'm being meticulous here. Ooh, yeah. That looks good. I'm gonna keep it there. All right, Marshall, what you say, Bob? What you say, huh? Huh? Let me not shine this light in your face. All right, it's done. It's done. Looky there. Has a fat druzy pocket in the middle of it. Oh, yeah. Gotta love it. Big old fat wide clay point. Man, that's a stud right there. What a stud. Man. Yeah, I'll be looking at that one for a while. Again, no real translucence to it. Actually, closer I hold it, it actually does have some. Who would have thought? Man, is it a liquor though? Here you go. Here. Marshall. Here. Marshall. Here. Here. Smell? Hey, you smell? No. Well, I guess it's not a liquor, guys. Oh, okay. Well, I still think it's pretty cool, even though he doesn't. He just don't like it. He just don't like it. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Not gonna sell anything today, unfortunately. If you bought a few boxes, give me a couple more days. Keep at me in the comment section. We'll get all those out. I just got to weed through more of the pile. But all right, Mr. High Standards, yeah. Here you go. You lick it. You lick it. Here. Ugh. He's just putting his nose up at it. He just don't want it. All right, guys, we're going to head out. Thanks so much. 690 likes is pretty solid for our time. So we're going to head out. Thanks again. Back. But anyways, we'll see y'all later. Actually, hold up. I'll show you the translucence. Put my board down here. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, it's not much. But it is a little bit. So, all right, guys. We're going to head on in. Thanks again.